What have you done to get revenge on someone? I'm Jamie. I've always been the kind of person who stays quiet, keeps their head down, and tries not to cause waves. But then there's Mark, someone I thought was a friend, but he turned out to be the exact opposite. For months, maybe, even years, he made my life miserable, and nobody seemed to notice. At work, Mark was always one step ahead, or so everyone thought. What they didn't see was how he stole my ideas in meetings, acting like they were his own. I'd stay quiet because I didn't want to start drama, but inside, it hurt every single time. He'd casually drop my work into conversations and watch. Everyone applaud like he'd just invented something groundbreaking. It didn't stop there. At social events, Mark loved humiliating me for laughs. He'd make jokes about my awkwardness, my quietness, stuff I tried hard to hide. Once, at a party, he loudly joked about me being invisible, and everyone laughed, even though I wanted to disappear. People saw him as the funny, confident guy, but to me, he was a bully in disguise. For the longest time, I kept telling myself to ignore it, that it wasn't worth the energy. But it wore me down. I stopped sharing ideas at work, stopped going out with a group, and I felt smaller and smaller. But something inside me snapped. I realized if I didn't do something, it would never stop. So I started paying attention. Really paying attention. I watched his routine, noticed what mattered to him. Mark was obsessed with his car, a flashy, expensive thing he bragged about nonstop. It was his pride and joy. Everyone knew that car was untouchable, at least. To him, one night, after a long day, I saw his car parked outside, unlocked. I knew I had to be patient, so I waited. Over the next week, I quietly prepared, figuring out the best way to hit where it would hurt the most, without crossing any lines I wasn't willing to cross. Then, when the opportunity came, I poured a good amount of blue food coloring into his windshield washer fluid reservoir. It wasn't dangerous, just messy and annoying, the perfect kind of revenge. I imagined his reaction when he tried to clean his precious car and get splattered with blue everywhere. The next morning, Mark tried to wash his windshield, and sure enough, a big, ugly blue mess covered the front of the car. He was furious, yelling, pacing, and trying to figure out what happened. Word got around fast, and for once, the tables had turned. Everyone stopped laughing at me and started watching what happened to Mark. The worst part? The damage wasn't cheap to fix. He had to spend a fortune on repairs. And for the first time in forever, he was silent. No smart remarks, no jokes. Just frustration. I don't know if he ever realized I was behind it, but honestly, it didn't matter. I felt like I'd taken back a little bit of my power, and that made all the difference. Sometimes you don't have to confront someone directly. Being clever, patient, and knowing exactly where it hurts can be the best kind of revenge.